Hey everybody, Mike with Bee Rescue, sidekick Julie,
Hey.
and just doing a thermal treatment. A lot of people are really curious about this. The things we like about thermal treatment involve chemical-free and just the natural method, the thoroughness of treating for mites underneath capped brood. There's also some side benefits to that. It'll also get rid of hive beetles. And I'm trying to find one. I just mushed a bunch of them before I started this video. That are crawling around on the outside of the box. There's one. So it'll actually kill hive beetles too. Now it's most effective with single deep configurations when you do the thermal treatment, and it'll kill the beetles really, really well. But as you can see, this is a double deep, and so we've taped up the seams really good. It's also a flow hive. So those of you that use flow hives or are curious about them, yes, I do help customers that have flow hives. So, but they're a non-standard design coming from Australia. Makes it a little bit harder to use standard Langstroth items. So for instance, ooh, that's a good shot of one beetle in the air, huh? But it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, we've been trying Swiffers and all kinds of stuff to control the beetles. These flow hives have a tendency to get more hive beetles because of this tray, actually, that we're seeing right here. And so the double whammy of being able to treat mites and hive beetles at the same time, that's one of the things we really like about the thermal methodology. Things we don't like, it takes 2.5 hours once it gets rolling. And that's if you get it started the first time, because it has to cycle the heat up to what we call treatment temperature. So show you what's going on here. We've got a blue light blinking. It's too cold. It has not reached 106 degrees yet. Okay, when it starts blinking green, it will have reached 106 degrees. And then when it blinks red, all that means is that it's stopped heating because the temperature is, slightly, maybe 106.1 or 106.2 degrees. And we want to make sure it stays in that treatment range without hurting the bees. Right now, since again it's a non-standard entrance, I've got the entrance reduced with some tape, and also below this, basically, the box is sitting on the 10-frame thermal board, and then you can see this gray wire follows a sensor up into the middle of the brood nest, and that's what controls the temperature down here. We're really treating the brood nest because that's where the mites go. So, double whammy, we're able to hit mites and beetles at the same time. And the other drawback, of course, it takes power. So in this case, we're running power 100 feet from a utility pole over there. And that's how we're getting power out. You can run them off generators, but the generator conks out, it stops your treatment. And the other dilemma, if you're in double deeps, even if you tape up the joints, it may take 20-30 minutes for it to warm up again to treatment temperature, and then it may not make it. It'll cycle off. When that happens, we have to start it again. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get it going. But once it reaches treatment temperature, we like to make sure it's a little more ventilation, so we'll lift the top a little bit. There's actually a hole in this board. Let's see if I can show you. It's offset, and it's the convective process from the bees, as well as the there's some beetles trying to escape now. So it's a convective heat process. The bees are actually moving the heat around and spreading around inside there as much as they're trying to cool the hive itself. So anyway, that's some of my thoughts about it. What do you think, Julie? Anything you want to add? I've been babbling for 3 minutes. So.
I think you covered it.
Yeah? All right. There you go. There's the thermal treatment. Once it gets up to treatment temperature, we're going to split. Maybe go get something to eat. Go help another beekeeper over in Kansas City, Kansas. And then start another one of these this afternoon up in Liberty. So, there you go. Take care, everybody.